Hello there, Stevos, and welcome along to this brand new YouTube video here on SteveOfficial. Today we are going to be talking about the recent Apple event that took place on the 20th of April 2021. This is the spring event. Now normally with the Apple event they normally take place in March, so obviously this one has been a little bit delayed, but there we go. I mean, I guess with the pandemic still going on and cases in different parts of the world rising and stuff, obviously some things have had to be delayed, and I do think that this is probably one of the reasons why the Apple event has been delayed for the spring. First of all, Apple's spring loaded event was its first big launch event of 2021, and it didn't disappoint. I can safely say that myself. It did not disappoint. We saw the AirTag tracker finally appear alongside a new iPad Pro featuring Apple's M1 chip and a major overhaul of the iMac desktop computer. We also saw a new and improved Apple TV 4K, a new colour for the iPhone 12, and were treated to a sneak peek of Season 2 of Apple TV Plus show Ted Lasso. So, the new iPad Pro is getting the M1 chipset. The engine that previously powered the new impressive range of MacBooks is the real talking point. It means a huge amount of power and internal architecture to rival the MacBook range, and it's even got a new screen. The mini LED display, which uses 10,000 LEDs compared to the 72 on the previous iPad, will only be coming to the 12.9-inch model, but that extra brightness and colour reproduction is going to be an alluring combination for many. The front-facing camera also comes with a wide-angle lens that can track your movement around the area, meaning you'll always stay front and centre. That's probably why the feature is called Centre Stage, and it will work with multiple people. The new AirTags are finally here, having been much vaunted for months or years, and it would seem as though Apple's got them right. At $29 or in America, £29 here in the UK, and $45 in Australia, in Australian dollars of course, for one, or 99 US dollars, 99 pounds here in the UK, or 149 Australian dollars for four, with free engraving too. If you're at all forgetful, you'll really enjoy having these tags spottable by millions of iPad and iPhone users around the world. The battery is replaceable too, as it should run out after a year, and Apple has baked in some strong privacy settings as well. The new iMac is what we're going to talk about next. Powered by the new M1 chip too, comes with tweaks rather than gargantuan changes. New colours are interesting, harking back to the retro iMac days of yore, and the speakers are upgraded too. The M1 chipset can improve the power of the internal now full HD webcam, as well as Apple realises the world needs more Zoom calls. So there we go. And do you all know something? Just putting it out there, that the new iMac is the one that really stood out to me. It looks absolutely amazing. It really does. I absolutely love the colour range. For me, the blue, because it's got that kind of, the front-facing iMac has got the light blue tone. The back-facing of the iMac has got the dark blue tone, which I really, really like about it. They've also got various other colours as well. Purple, yellow, red, orange. Literally, they've got several different colours to the new iMac, and it looks absolutely immense. It was one of the things, like I say, really stood out in the Apple event for me yesterday. It's very, very thin as well. 11.5 millimeters thick is the width in terms of the sides of the iMac, so it is very, very thin indeed. So there we go. Anyway, we're going to move on. We're going to talk about the upgrade to the Apple TV 4K, which doesn't come as part of a HomePod speaker, sadly, and it can now process images using the A12 chipset from recent iPhones, so it can do high frame rate HDR. This isn't going to change movies that much, but it will help make sports look better. And you can now stream your 60 frames per second Dolby Vision movies that you shot on the iPhone directly with AirPlay. The Siri remote looks miles better now too. It's thicker with the Siri button on the side, and a return to the scroll wheel from iPods of old. Remember the really old iPods that had that little scroll wheel on it? Yeah, that's come back to the Apple TV 4K TV remote. And that looks more like it as well. There were a few things missing that we didn't hear anything on. Any new AirPods 3, an iPad mini, and iPad mini 6 didn't appear. And we didn't get Apple Music and podcast rolling together to push the power of those two platforms into one. But there was still a lot to take in, and it had to be written at breakneck speed. So there we go. But yeah, although they have mentioned about a newly designed podcast app. So that should be rolling out over the next month or so to iPhone and iPad users. And also as well, I think there's going to be a brand new subscription service to the podcast app as well. So there we go. But yeah, apart from that, really, I mean, like I say, there wasn't really a lot announced at the Apple event on the 20th of April. So it was quite a short one, to be honest. What I'm really happy about, to be honest, is the fact that they didn't announce a brand new iPad. To be honest, in that sort of sense, like, yeah, I do own an iPad myself. I've got the iPad 5th gen, which is fine. You know, I don't think we need an iPad 6th gen at the moment, or an iPad mini 6, or anything like that. I think if they were to announce, like, the AirPods and the iPad mini 6, and maybe, who knows, you know, maybe a brand new iPod, eventually. You know, it's been a couple of years since the iPod range got updated, so maybe they could update the iPod range, who knows. Then I think they would probably leave those devices to be announced until maybe either in June during WWDC or in September, when they tend to announce all the brand new models and stuff like that in terms of iPads, iPhones and other really awesome ranges. So obviously that was the Apple event, spring loaded for you. Like I say, the one thing that really stood out to me is probably the iMac, because it looks super awesome. It's got upgraded speakers. It's got a brand new HD 1080p webcam on it. You know, the M1 chip means it's going to run a lot faster than previous iMacs, which is brilliant. And the funny thing is I've actually used iMacs before as well, and it's something that I definitely would love to use again. Throughout my teenage years, shall we say, I used iMacs quite a lot for things like Final Cut Pro, and I did a lot of video editing on Final Cut Pro. Final Cut Pro is something that I would definitely love to use again, that's for sure. Another app that I used to use a lot on the Macs as a teenager was also something called Avid Pro as well, which is basically an audio, like, you kind of record and edit audio in this app. And I remember actually I used to do kind of miniature radio shows using this app as well. It was honestly, it used to blow me away. It really did used to blow me away using those apps, and it's definitely something that I would definitely love to use again. I have actually seen the pricing for Final Cut Pro on the iMac itself. I know it's a very pricey app, Definitely is definitely a pricey app to get, but you know what, it would definitely be worth it, especially if I can professionally edit my videos. And who knows, maybe my future YouTube videos, maybe going into next year onwards, could be professionally edited using those apps. Who knows, we'll wait and see. But that's everything that, like I say, was announced at the Apple event this time around. Obviously, I don't think I think the next Apple event now is going to be in WWDC, which will be taking place in hopefully in June, like it always does annually. And I'm really looking forward to seeing what Apple have got to announce up their sleeves then. Obviously, I think mainly during WWDC they tend to announce like the next iOS, tvOS, watchOS, and macOS and iPadOS operating system updates as well, like iOS 15, for example, and stuff like that. So yeah, there we go. If you have enjoyed this video, then please give it a thumbs up, leave a comment in the comment section down below, and don't forget to hit the subscribe button if you are brand new around here and want to become a Stevo. Do join me for my next YouTube video here on YouTube, which will be another review for you. That video will be coming up on Friday this week. I do apologise for yawning then, but that'll be coming up on Friday this week. But from me though, it's goodbye. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next YouTube video.